Good morning, mountain bikers. I'm Chris Wessels, and you are watching MTB Trail Review. Today we're going on an adventure in the Cuyamacas. Our original start point was over there, but we got about 10 yards in the trail and realized the trail was underwater. So we pivoted, and it's adding a lot of climbing, and I really want to go do the other route, but this route could still be super fun. These are all trails we've never ridden. So far we've only gotten one little bit of single track, and it was super fun. I'm excited to see what the rest of the single track looks like. We're almost done with the first big climb, but if nothing else, we get these incredible views. And this is why you come out here, is to just be in nature. Enjoy. Oop. Wow, look at that view. That is so beautiful. Makes it feel like I'm not in Southern California.
This ride took on a bunch of different personalities. And after our big climb, this was our first single track. And it was just breathtakingly beautiful. While the trail was pretty mediocre, we got to look at this the entire time. And how can you complain about that?
Dude, this is gorgeous. What's that? Yeah. Oh, definitely. I was just saying, this makes Mount Laguna look ugly. This is what I wanted today. I was hoping it would awaken something in my soul. Yep. Oh, this is cool. This trail does not feel like a green. I don't know if I would take a fresh beginner on this trail, just because of the rocks.
While this was rated a green on Trail Forks, as I just said, it felt more like a blue. This was our first bit of single track. It was really quite fun. It was a little bit more challenging, and it kind of set up the rest of the ride.
I hit that tree and almost lost it.
This is all part of the very aptly named Green Valley Loop. These are trails that I've heard about, trails that I have looked at on Trail Forks many times, and finally decided to go out and explore. We set up a shuttle because we wanted to maximize downhill. Our original ride was going to be around 1,000 feet of climbing with 2,500 feet of descending, and I think I had it planned at like 16 miles. We had to add to that after the first trail we tried to go on was underwater when we had to change our parking point, and it was still a really fun ride, and I will say now, the climbs were worth the descents.
So this trail is rated green. I would give it a blue rating for sure. It's just sketchy enough to be a blue.
You guys know where we're going?
Maybe.
No, I just said that. I should have.
Probably.
Probably like massive hiker group.
Or a group of horses.
It's in there.
Yeah, this is better.
So this was supposed to be the first real downhill. The first trail did give us a couple, but this is the one that really didn't have any climbing in it. This is what we came up here for, and it did not disappoint. As I said earlier, the trails just got more challenging and more fun as we dropped down the mountains. This trail has a lot of really fun, fast tech, and as you'll see, it's quite overgrown at the moment, which is not surprising. But as some of that brush trims itself back from lots of use from people like us, and some of that overgrowth dies, this trail will just get more and more fun, and I definitely want to go ride it again.
Wow.
So if you haven't caught on by now, everything out here is just raw single track. You're not going to find any berms, you're not going to find any jumps. If you find a drop, it's natural. There are no man-made features out here. So, if that's what you're looking for, this probably isn't your ride. And I am the first one to admit that those are some of my favorite trails. But it's really nice to get out into the mountains and ride some trails that are not groomed, that don't get used as often. I don't think we saw another person this day. We definitely didn't see any hikers. We might have seen one other rider. In San Diego, that's rare. But if that's what you're looking for, this is where you want to go.
Woo. Oh my God. Woo! That was gnarly. Okay, this should be a fun downhill.
After the super, super long, fast, chunky Green Valley single track, we got to do some fire road climbing and then hit this, the Cold Spring Trail. This trail was an absolute blast. I think it was my favorite trail of all the trails we hit this day. And it definitely kind of has like some maybe Upper Noble and Extra Credit vibes to it. Not quite as chunky, but just fast and fun, and just good, raw single track in the mountains. The type of stuff that we just dream about sometimes.
Oh, that was a little sketchy. I bet you can get up on that rock. Whoa!
After Cold Springs, we rode the west side trail, then the east side trail, and back to the truck. Now, you can do a loop from Cold Springs and hit everything we hit in this video before right here, and you'll have a good ride. But because we shuttled it and we parked one truck down a little bit further away, we got to add on some extra single track that was mostly downhill, and it was definitely worth it. A little bit more cross-country-esque, but still super fun.
Oh, go left, better line.
I hope you enjoyed this look at Rancho Cuyamaca State Park. As I said before, we just haven't ridden out here. We kind of passed through and did a couple of these trails when Dan and I did Indian Creek last year, but outside of that, we just have not explored this area, and I'm happy we finally did, because it was a blast. If you have any questions about the trails out here, leave them in the comments, and I will do my best to answer. As always, thanks for hitting the trails with me, and I'll see you guys on the next one.